request everybody to please stand. Please, Palma, please lead us a prayer. Amen. Good afternoon, class. So before you take your seats, I would like you to please pick up the pieces of papers under your chairs and then arrange your chairs properly. And you may take your seats now. Now let us have our attendance. When I call your name, please say present. Ahunin, Valeriano. Very good. Everyone is present for the day. Now, let us first have our classroom rules. You just have to remember my nickname, which is Nords. So, starting with N, neatness matters. Keep your surroundings clean and organized to create a positive learning environment. O, obey instructions. Follow the teacher's directions and classroom guidelines respectfully. R, respect everyone. Be kind, polite, and considerate of your classmates, teachers, and school property. D, do your best. Always give effort in your classwork, activities, and participation. Z, zero tolerance for negativity. Avoid bullying, disruptive behavior, or anything that hinders learning. So, I believe I have given you an assignment. Everybody, please pass it at the center aisle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pass it forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can somebody recap what have we discussed yesterday or our previous meeting? Yes, Mr. Palma. Very good. Can you give me an example of it? Very good. So, before we actually discuss or formally discuss, let us have our first activity for this afternoon, which is called picture analysis. So, what you just have to do is analyze and give your ideas about these pictures that I will be presenting. Let us begin. First one. Yes, Palma. It is about Demon Slayer. And it is about, yes, very good. It is about slaying demons with supernatural abilities. Another one. Yes, Orkio. It is about One Piece. Pirates that has supernatural abilities. Very good. Another one. General Luna. Is someone familiar with him? Yes, Miss Jacinto? Yes, very good. It is one of our national hero. Another one. Very good, Miss Abbott. This Jessica Soho or KMJS. What is it about? Very good. News, documentation, and factual informations. Very good. Moving on. As we analyze those photos, what do you think is our topic for today? Yes, Miss Abbott. Very good. It is about reality and fantasy. Moving on. So before we actually discuss or formally discuss, let us have our lesson objectives. So at the end of the lesson, everybody please read. The students are able to correctly identify the difference between reality and fantasy. B. Deeply represent the ideas through the activity reality check and wholeheartedly appreciate the role of using fantasy and reality through sharing. So, moving on, let us first have our second activity for this afternoon. Name or entitled Reality Check. Instructions. This is a very basic activity. Sort the given scenarios into two categories, real and unreal. After sorting, summarize it and present the answers and explain it in the front. So, I will divide you into four groups. This will be the group 1. Excuse me. This will be the group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So here is the rubrics that you have to follow or you can base your answer with. Now moving on to our statements. Reality check. Number 1, a boy rides a bicycle to school every morning. Number 5, a farmer plants rice in the field during the rainy season. Very good. Ball pens up. Now presented. Please have pick a representative each group and present it forward. Group 1, very good. Nice answer. Group 2, excellent answer. Group 3, very good. Group 4, nice idea. Now, moving on, let us now actually discuss what is reality and fantasy. Starting with reality. Reality tells about things or situations that could happen in real life. It is the state of things that exist. Basically, saying reality exists in real life. It is not a make believe. It can happen, and it could also refer to what already happened, what will happen, and what is happening. Or basically saying, you can this can be based from the past, present, and future, and it does exist. So I have here an example, two examples actually. 24 Horas. It is considered reality because it is a news program that reports real-world events and factual informations. So I think everyone here, or majority of you, is familiar with 24 Horas. Or do you have anyone in your family that actually watches 24 Horas? Very good. So it is about news and giving informations or factual informations nationwide. Another one, Kapuso Mo, Jessica Soho, or KMJS, is considered reality as it features real-life stories, documents, and factual reports about people and events. So I believe everyone here is familiar with KMJS, and very good. Now moving on, we have here the next topic, fantasy. So, fantasy tells about characters or events that cannot happen in real life, or just a product of imaginations. They are illusions that are false in idea or suggest deceptive appearance or impression. It is an idea with no basis. In most cases, these include elements and characters which involve fairies, gods, and goddesses, and their supernatural powers, witches, fairy, godmothers, and unicorns, and flying dragons. Basically, though when we say fantasy, it does not exist in real life. So, let me ask you this: does fairy godmothers exist in real life? No, right? Does magic or supernatural abilities exist in real life? Maybe close to it, but not really. But it's not uh, real. How about flying dragons? Those massive dragons that breathes fire. Do you think they are real? Obviously not, because there are no evidences or proper evidences that shows that those are reals. And another one, floating castles. Do you think floating castles exist? Like those ones uh, that are flying with a cloud or on a cloud rather. Right, it does not exist. Now, I have here an example of fantasy, starting with Frieren. This is actually one of my favorite anime that I have been watching for the past years. So, Frieren is considered fantasy that features a magical world with elves, magic, and supernatural adventures. From the character itself, it is already self-explanatory that it is a um, fantasy, since elf does not exist in real life. Some says it does, but there are no proper evidences that elves exist, same as dwarves and the characters with blue hairs that have swordsman, no, master swordsman capabilities, and green haired with support magical abilities. So those does not exist in real life. Maybe close to it, but it does not. So another one is Harry Potter is considered as fantasy because it centers around a magical universe filled with wizards, spells, and a mythical creature. So basically saying, um, does not exist in real life. Like wizards. Let me ask you, does wizard exist in real life? No, it does not, right? How about magical spells? Does not. Very good. How about mythical creatures? Yeah, maybe close to it, but there are no factual or proper evidences that they exist. Now, moving on. Actually, before we proceed, let me ask you uh, to give me an example of reality. Yes, Palma. Very good. How about for fantasy? Yes, Ahunin. Very good. So, before we proceed, is there any questions or clarifications? None? If none, then let us move on. So I have here a table so that we can clarify it or to be concise with the definition of reality and fantasy. So when we say reality, from the first table, it says the idea can happen in real life. It is what you see, hear, and experience. Characters and events may exist or may exist in real life. In fantasy, the idea is impossible to happen in real life. It is a product of your imaginations. It is usually odd and magic, or magical rather. Characters and events are make believe. So, before we actually end our discussions, can somebody give me the differences and similarities of reality and fantasy in their own words without basing on this table that I have been given, that I have given to you? Yes, Mr. Sila. Very good. That's it. So, can you give me, actually, let us proceed now to our activity. So, our activity is reality or fantasy. Instruction, it is a basic activity. Instruction, read each statement aloud, raise the correct answer or correct card. Green if it shows reality, red if it shows fantasy. Number 1, a boy riding his bicycle to school. Number 2, farmers planting rice in the field. Number 3, Lufing stretching his arms like rubber to grab food. A princess living in a castle that floats in the sky. A dragon breathing fire in the middle of the city. A teacher explaining a lesson in the classroom. Children playing basketball at the park. A talking dog giving advice to its owner. Doraemon pulling gadgets from his magic pocket. Tanjiro fighting demons with a flaming sword. Okay, everything. I think everyone is done. I have listed here your points actually. Now, moving on. Before we actually proceed to our next activity or to our quiz, let me ask you or let us summarize first what is reality and fantasy. So, reality, when you say reality, does exist in real life. It is not a make-believe. It can be real scenarios from past, future, present. So, basically saying it is a real life based stuff. And fantasy, when we say fantasy, it is make believe, it is from our imagination, it does exist in real life. So the difference is a huge gap. There's a huge gap with their difference, and their similarities are basically they can be a genre or foundation of literary or literature and other works. So, and somebody tell me what is fantasies all about? Very good. How about reality? Very good. How about the similarities and differences? Very good. Now let us have our quiz. Please prepare a 1/2 sheet of paper, 1/2 crosswise sheet of paper, rather. So, we have two types of quiz for today. We have identification and multiple choice. So, starting with identification, write reality if the statement shows real life events, and fantasy if it shows make believe or imaginary events. I will give you 5 minutes to answer this. Ballpens up. Moving on. Multiple choice. Choose the letter of the correct answer. I'll be giving you 5 minutes. Okay, ball pens up. Now, pass it in the center aisle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pass it forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, let me give you an assignment. So, research the 5 elements of a plot in your own words. Explain each element in 2 to 3 sentences. Then, choose a story you know, like a fairy tale, short story, or movie, and identify how each element appears in that story. And also write it in a 1 whole sheet of paper. Before we end our class for today, let us go back to our lesson objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students are able to correctly identify the differences or the difference between reality and fantasy. Did we achieve that? Very good. Deeply represent the ideas through the activity, reality check. Did we achieve that? Very good. And wholeheartedly appreciate the role of using fantasy and reality through sharing. Are we done with that? Very good. So everybody, please rise. Mr. Palma, please lead us a prayer again as we close this discussion. Amen. So good day, class.